This is Mark, and this is my journey through tarot. Okay, so this is going to be a four-part read, a four-part series. So this will be part one, then there'll be part two, three, and then a part four. And the question is, who said it concerning Archie? Who said it? Who wondered, the question? And we're going to see if it was one of the senior royals. And now officially the senior royals, as far as I can figure out, and Google can only do so much. But 1 through 8, it looks like they run the Queen, Charles, Camilla, William, Kate, Andrew, I don't know, Edward, and Sophie, and Anne, which is 9. But Andrew is iffy, and then we didn't even mention Philip. So there you go. So what I've done is I've broken them down into 4 groups, and the first video today is going to be the Queen, Charles, or Anne. Okay, so Lori, this was the question you asked. So, and who asked the question is the question that you asked. Who asked the question? The question being Archie. Some folks were concerned about his tone, let's say. So I'm going to use this Touchstone Tarot. Touchstone Tarot. I think they're almost the most beautiful cards that I have. And since we're going to start with the Queen, Charles, and Anne, I thought these would be nice cards to use. And I've shown you these before. They come in a really terrific box, a lot of quality. Makes you feel good when you get them out of here. Feel like you got something of value. And there's a nice instruction booklet. Put this to the side. And then we'll do a quick reveal of these cards. And also just to get them mixed up. But these are beautiful. And I'm trying to determine even now as I'm making this this video exactly how I'm going to do this. Now, Lori, you suggested 3 cards on each, and so maybe we'll think about that. I might like to drill down, but with 3 people in one video, it might make it a little longer than the videos I've usually made. So we'll see. Yeah, 3 cards each, and then if we need clarifiers, we'll start thinking like that, but I bet you it gets expanded. So so the first one's the Queen, and then there's Charles and Anne. So the Queen, I mean, she took the job over when she was in her 20s. Was she 26 or 7? She was just a young woman, and certainly didn't expect that this was going to happen to her. Well, they kind of did a little bit, as a matter of fact, if you look at the history. But anyway, so the Queen. And if anyone has learned decorum over the years, I would think it's her. But of course, you're talking about conversations within the house. And then we also have Harry said no, it wasn't the Queen. So that's pretty, that's pretty definitive. So we want to ask the cards who actually had the question, because it might have been in anyone's mind, but who actually had the question. And am I dumb to think that it wouldn't have even been on Megan's mind? But I don't know. So who asked the question? Who? Was it the Queen? Okay. So I think I know what we're going to do. We're going to put out 3 cards for each person. And then develop a reading from that. So the Queen. 1, 2, 3. Now the next person is Charles. Charles. One, 2, 3. And then the last person is the Princess Royal, Anne. The Princess Royal, Anne. And many people say she is the example to follow in that royal family. She didn't fool around. She didn't concern herself with her children having titles. She just got about the business of doing her job. 1, 2, as she saw her mother do it. So we'll start like this, folks. This is going to be Anne. This is going to be Charles. And this is, of course, the Queen. First three cards. So is the Queen, did she say it? First card in that is going to be the Nine of Coins. And the Nine of Coins speaks to us of really having everything that you need. You're very comfortable in this position that you find yourself. And among those things that you need is decorum and a sense in this complicated family of what to say when. So that's the first card out of the bale for the Queen. The second card then is going to be the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords says to us, stop, take a rest, don't do anything until you've considered this. And I would think that's the sort of advice that the Queen would give herself. And let's face it, what is she, 94? I think she's taking a rest. And I mean, sad to say, this poor fella is taking a rest on what could end up to be his sarcophagus. So that's the second one. And then the third card is to with the Queen, the one that said it, is the Five of Coins. Now the Five of Coins speaks to us of being on the outside and wishing we were in. And this matron here is holding in her hand some sort of a stave. I won't say that it's a sword. It's something to walk with. So, and this poor fellow here almost looks like Harry, to tell you the truth. You know, nothing here is telling me that this was the Queen at all in any way, shape, or form. So that's no. Now the next set is going to be for Charles. Charles, what's going on with you, buddy? Did Charles say it? The first card out of the thing here is the Hangman. Whew. So the Hangman. Now typically this tells us to stand back and look at something from another angle. And I mean, could you say that would cause someone to have that occur to them, that question? And I've got to tell you, when I saw the Hangman right off the bat, I thought he's hanged himself. So this is a maybe so far. The second card out of this is going to be the Fool. And I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, the Fool means, you know, starting on a new journey, and you know, in a new cycle and get things going, which certainly this couple is doing and the whole family is doing. But I mean, the Fool and hanging himself. Okay, the third card out of here is a Seven of Cups, illusion and delusion, and that's exactly what he needs right now to keep him out of trouble. I don't know, kids, this says yes to me. So that's pretty strong. I can't even put these away. I need to put them away. Okay, Charles. Okay, Anne. 3 cards for Anne. Okay, Anne, were you the one? What's the first card for Anne? For Anne, it's the Ten of Cups. And this is happy family, celebrating family life. And, you know, I'll bet you she was just thrilled that Harry found somebody and they were having a family. She's very practical. This says Anne to me all over. The second card for Anne is the King of Cups, and is the king of emotions, of passion. And Anne, I believe, is in complete control of all her passion, and I don't think she lacks that, although it's maybe come off that way. But I think she's in complete control of all of that. And then the third card is the Star, you know, and this is just a shining star, not the person who would be, this wouldn't represent someone who was trying to hide right now, especially for me. Anyway, for me, this is, no, and I think all of her intentions were completely, you know, happy for what was going on there. So I'll put them out here just to quickly look at them again. And that was amazing. The Fool. Who can imagine that that's what we ended up with? Yeah, that says it all to me. I hope all that gets on the camera. I'm sure it won't, but we'll see. So that was fun. That was a good part one of this four-part series. Lori, thank you. Good question. This came out great. So the first one was the Queen, and we had the Nine of Coins, someone who has everything she needs. She knows that she needs to take a rest, and she's a little bit on the outside looking in, and so that'd be the last thing she'd say. And then we did Charles, who started out as the Hangman. Did he hang himself? The Fool. Is he a fool? and then Illusion and Illusion, Seven of Cups. What do you think? Then the third one was Anne, and so that was the Ten of Cups, celebrating family. Then we had the King of Cups, one in control of their emotions and passions, and the Star, the shining star. She's used to being the star, and she's not going to make a misstep like that. So, no, it wasn't Anne. It wasn't the Queen. But we got a few more parts to go, so we'll see if it was somebody else, too. All right? Well, I'm Mark. This has been my journey through tarot. Thank you so much for coming along. Lori, great question. I can't see how the rest of it plays out. Ciao for now.